When John Vanderplug arrived in Kenya in 1992, he wanted to find a part he could play in solving the desperate economic and social problems that were existing there in Kenya. But he also came with a question, and he writes it in his book. He writes this: why is it that the church affirms missionaries? They're on the top of the ladder, and pastors right behind them on the next rung, and a whole slew of others also near the top in what are seen as helping professions. But business people are kept at arm's length, suspiciously seen as part of the problem. Is there a way for us to become personally involved and become part of the solution? Now, I think that question is a great question, and I bet it resonates with some of you out there who are business people. I remember my father-in-law. My father-in-law is now in his 70s. His business is closed. But my father-in-law probably never was great at preaching a sermon, or maybe not great at sharing his faith. Probably was even a little uncomfortable maybe praying out loud with certain people. But the reality is the guy was a great businessman, a great Christian businessman. In fact, he built a great business, and he took it upon himself to really pride himself in taking care of his employees and handling his money well and, making a difference in the world through his business. Maybe my father-in-law would find a comfort in the fact that there's kind of a new movement out there in the church, and that's this movement. That people out there in the world need our business skills, that God actually needs our business skills to build His kingdom, because God's interested in feeding the hungry and clothing the naked, and the best way to do that is to give them jobs, give them opportunity to provide for themselves. So if you're a businessman, you've been sitting out there feeling like you're kind of not at the top of the rung in the Christian circles, and that maybe because you're not a pastor, you're not really up there in God's eyes, maybe it's time to change your mentality. Maybe you're just the person God needs to change the world for somebody out there. Maybe you're just the person God needs to build a business that could actually employ the very poor. Have you ever thought about that?